All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Q&A live stream number 131. It is approximately 7:36 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great state of New Jersey. Today is Thursday, March 18th, 2020. I'm sorry, 2021. So really no big stories today. Obviously, liquidation sales are wrapping up at Macy's at the Galleria at White Plains in White Plains, New York. So they are wrapping up liquidation sales this weekend, along with the rest of the Macy's and Bloomingdale stores that are closing. So that's pretty big news. Wow, we got 8 people in here. Wow, okay, that's a lot of people. Hello, Ultra Eric. Hello, Elevators of Steel City by Otis Elevator Fan 102. How are you? Hi, Brandon Smith. How are you? Hello, Mohammed Sonic Boom. How are you? Hello, Carlos Hates COVID-19. How are you? And hello, Dylan G. Jesus. How are you? And I'm sure there's plenty of other people that are going to be joining. Wow, instantly. That's crazy. I think that's the first time I've had that happen where it's just a bunch of people just jump on. That's amazing. Um, Thank you guys. I really do appreciate the support. Um, but yeah, no new articles this week, unfortunately. I mean, other the really the only big story this week definitely had to be Toys R Us. It's about the only. Oh yeah, that and of course the San Antonio Sears thing. 67 people lost their job. DSW obviously closing some stores, and what else is closing? What's it called? Disney is wrapping up. Is going to be closing some stores pretty soon, but yeah, Freehold Raceway Mall is not looking too good, honestly. And I'm just saying that only because if Disney's leaving the mall, Freehold is in trouble, and if they lose Apple, the mall's essentially done. As much as I hate to say, I mean, Lord and Taylor's gone, and that would have been that's the only Lord and Taylor after the one at the Monmouth Mall closed, and Nordstrom was a big draw for the mall, so definitely that mall's affected, and we can see that retailers such as Disney are choosing to leave. Staten Island kind of surprises me too. Um, it does surprise me that they're closing that one, but I kind of get it with Menlo Park. Same goes for Freehold, unfortunately. I do get the whole thing with just going up to Menlo Park. I get why they want to do that, and I totally respect that. Um, but Riverhead, I kind of get, I guess, because they opened up a store at Smith Haven, so I guess that's probably why they're trying to get rid of that one, which I kind of get at the same time. Um, yeah, but the Marriott Marquis in Times Square would have been much more of a loss. Hilton Times Square, not so much. Yeah, I definitely want to visit Dallas someday too, but not anytime soon. Yes, Sears in Hicksville, New York did close in spring of 2018, and the Macy's closed 1 year ago yesterday was the final day for Macy's, and that's when everything was shutting down, all the non-essential retail, of course. About Toys R Us, are they reopening the 2 locations at Westfield Garden State Plaza and the Galleria Mall? No, I don't imagine that they're going to do that. I don't know what they're going to do personally. It's a waiting game. It could just be more broken promises like the last people. I mean, look, the last people, of course, didn't count on a once in a century global pandemic. But honestly, I think they need to retire the Toys R Us name. Look, don't get me wrong. I have nostalgia for Toys R Us too. I used to go there all the time when I was a kid. I used to buy Lego City Lego sets, but times have changed. So I think the name just needs to, yeah, there's nostalgia, and I get it, Jeffrey the Giraffe, and it's so iconic. But competition. You got Walmart, you got Target, you even got Costco, you even got the three big wholesale clubs that are selling toys too. You got Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's Wholesale Club, not the Brew House. So I think it's going to be kind of tough for Toys R Us personally. I mean, I get it; they see value, but clearly, for some reason, it didn't take off. But maybe that's because the previous owners didn't exactly have time, and they didn't count on a once in a century pandemic to come along. That's kind of the whole thing with Latote. They didn't. I guess they didn't count on a once in a century pandemic um, to what's it called? Close all their stores. But look, Lord and Taylor was already closing stores, and I don't mean to change subjects here, but yeah, Lord and Taylor closed stores in 2018. They had another round in 2019, and then the pandemic came along, and that was the end of Lord and Taylor pretty much. The website, I believe, is launching in April, and I don't think they're going to come back at stores like that. So, hi Joe, how are you, man? The Philadelphia Auto Show has been postponed to 2022, and I'm sure it'll happen. I'm sure it'll definitely happen. Yes, they just closed, I believe, a couple days ago, that Best Buy store. It's a shame, but, probably not in a major city, so that's probably why Best Buy pulled out of there. Yeah, department stores are doing that too. That they're selling toys, even JCPenney, although Macy's would not be my first choice for kids' toys. You even have what's it called? Convenience stores selling toys, you got CVS, whole bunch of toys there, and you wouldn't even think of CVS for toys. I don't know what's pricing Nordstrom's or Freehold. Nicole Slar, how are you? I love what you did with your your channel name. I love the little Bloomingdale's bag. That's really nice. I'm glad you're able to get that. I like that a lot. Yeah, Sears is not exactly the place. They still do sell toys. They do bring them out for the holidays, but even then, I wouldn't go to Sears for toys. Nobody goes to Sears for toys. Sorry to say, that would not be my first choice. And given that New Jersey only has one left, I'm not traveling all the way to Jersey City to buy toys. No way. I'd rather go to my local Walmart. Yeah, you're welcome. I think it's a really nice background for like your name. I think that's pretty cool. I like the little bee, like the little brown bag. I think that's kind of cute that Bloomingdale's has that. And also the big brown bag too. Yeah, Macy's really had a fun with Bloomingdale's and the little brown bag and the big brown bag. Like, what a smart marketing thing. It just makes you think that other department stores do that, like Sears and J.C. Penney. Although things have been very quiet for J.C. Penney. It's been very quiet. I mean, the only thing we know right now is that SB 360 Capital Partners LLC, the same company that's currently liquidating some Sears stores, is also liquidating about 18 J.C. Penney stores. But yeah, I mean, things have been really quiet at J.C. Penney. We don't know what Brookfield and Simon's plans are personally, but I know they acquired them because they knew that some of their malls would be in danger with J.C. Penney. But I have no idea what's happening with J.C. Penney personally. I wish I did, but I don't. So I'm pretty good, G-Man. How are you? Why didn't Macy's rebrand Bloomingdale's? Because Bloomingdale's and Macy's are two totally different stores. Bloomingdale's is a lot more upscale than Macy's. Stearns was like they were able to convert some of the stores into Macy's, although two Stearns stores became Bloomingdale's, and they were in my home state of New Jersey, which were Willowbrook Wayne and Bridgewater Commons in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Yeah, I'm not surprised they did. It probably wasn't the right market for them. Kmart and Sears, yeah, they're basically done. You get scared by hand dryers? Wow. Yeah, interesting. It was time. Those things had really bad relay controllers. Listen, I'm not a fan of the mod. It was needed, but I'm not a fan of the mod. I think it's okay. Look, I mean, it's okay, I guess. Oh yeah, Fantech, I don't know if you saw my thing. Um, just let me know if you did. I yeah, just let me know. Not in here, obviously, but I sent you something the other day. Or yeah. Um. Anyways, but yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the Bloomingdale's White Plains mod. It was needed. Don't get me wrong. That they needed to mod those elevators. They absolutely needed to mod them. Don't get me wrong. The problem was it wasn't exactly like the Shops Riverside mod. Okay, great. No, the mod needed to get done. Those things had really, really bad relay controllers. Like it was Otis Lexans that were basically falling apart at that point, and they just needed to get replaced. Was I a fan of the mod? Not really, but it was needed. And yes, no, it's not as nice as the Shops Riverside, but it gets the job done. I wish they would have went a little bit more out on the cabs. I wish they didn't make them like the standard Macy's, but I'm guessing during a global pandemic, some corners had to be cut. Yeah, the only Kmart left in Westchester County is in White Plains, and that actually used to be a Caldor. The store has a very, very similar facade to the one that used to be in West Orange, except the only difference between the two is the West Orange is 2 floors and the one in White Plains is 1 floor. And actually, I didn't even know that the Kmart in White Plains was 2 floors. I mean, sorry, not White Plains. West Orange was 2 floors. I had no idea. I thought there was only one Kmart in the state with an elevator. Because a lot of them were very similar to Macy's, but Bloomingdale's was a lot more expensive, so they were able to have two different variations. Macy's was more for the middle class and the people that could afford stuff, while Bloomingdale's was like a special and unique experience owned by Macy's, but for the better type of customer who likes Bloomingdale's, basically. Yes, that's the only Kmart left. Astor Place. Sadly, the Kmart at Penn Station closed when COVID was peaking in New York City. I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, Kohl's acquired a lot of Caldor stores. I do remember reading up on that. They acquired a lot of Caldor stores, I believe. I mean, this is before my time, of course. Um, but I do remember reading something on that. Hold on one second, guys. My apologies. I just had to take care of something real quick. Okay. Yes, they did. Yeah, Lego. Yeah, they're going to be interesting. Yeah, we're going to have a Legoland in East Rutherford and the outdoor one in New York. It'll be really interesting to see them too. Yeah, that's probably how they got a bigger presence, Home Depot, I'd imagine, in the Northeast. Okay. My apologies, guys. Um, no, because Macy's only does one closing store a year. So no, that's it for this year for Macy's. Sears and J.C. Penney are a much different ship. Macy's is still good for now. Mm, yeah, Gimbals was gone like in the late '80s. Oh yes, the world class shop rights. Yeah, the world class shop rights are a very interesting shop right concept. It's only in um what was I gonna say? Oh, ShopRite, yes. So world-class ShopRites. They're these bigger ShopRites. They're better than the ShopRites where I am at least. They had everything. Those were the ones that mostly had the elevators. That's kind of why I like them because it was easier to film. They had them in Middlesex County, Summers County, Hunterton County, I believe, Mercer County, and Monmouth County, and Ocean County too. They're like the best ShopRites to ever exist. It's a shame the closest one is Woodbridge, but still awesome ShopRites, like really like good ShopRites. Not really. I would say they're probably going to pull a Short Hills, and they're just going to have one elevator in the store, most likely. I just don't see I just don't see what's it called? Uh frick. I just lost my train of thought. I just don't see that happening, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't see that other one getting modded. I think they're gonna pull a Short Hills and they're gonna keep one elevator. But who knows? They might do both. Or they might try to cut corners like they did with Short Hills. I guess IKEA, because IKEA has a contract with Schindler because they're based in Switzerland. And guess what other elevator company is based in Switzerland? Schindler. So it just makes sense that they would do that. Interesting. That's really interesting to a dentist office. Wow, an elevator in a discount department store that goes up to a dentist office. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I've never actually. That's actually the first time I've heard of that. Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, ShopRite is the number one supermarket in the entire state of New Jersey. It is the number one supermarket. You can take it to the bank. That is the number one supermarket in the whole state. Whether you're in North Jersey, Central Jersey, or South Jersey, ShopRite is number one. There's no doubt about that. Don't doubt that. New York, it's a little tricky, but New Jersey, ShopRite. ShopRite's headquarters is in New Jersey. It is a New Jersey-based company. It is the number one supermarket in all of New Jersey. Now you got the specialties, but nothing beats the traditional ShopRite that caters to the blue collar and middle class workers. And that's basically the demographic that ShopRite gears to. And they have such a smart concept, always fresh food, great and affordable prices. I mean, they killed it during the pandemic, that's for sure. So I don't really know Morris County that well, so no. Wegmans definitely doesn't have an elevator. Um, no, I don't know of any. The only ShopRites around here that I know have elevators are Fairlawn and Oakland, I believe. Yeah, I've heard about that one, but I'm actually not going to the Poconos, unfortunately. Yes, I saw that. Sweet Green is coming to the Shops River Shot. I saw that, I think, a couple days ago. Would you prefer Boscov's to go to Rockaway or Willowbrook? I don't think Boscov's would want to be at Rockaway. I just don't think it's the right mall for them. I'm sorry. Let me reverse that. Willowbrook is not the right mall for Boscov's, but Rockaway Town Square, yes, it's far enough away from New York City, and it's still close to the Pennsylvania border. So I would say Boscov's definitely to Rockaway Town Square. Maybe they'll go in the old Lord and Taylor space because I just don't see them taking up the Sears space. Hi, John Kogan. How are you? Yes, Broadsheadsville. Yeah, that I believe has an elevator too, but I have no reason to go there. Yes. Anyways, okay. Let's see. No, there are no giant eagle basement. Yeah. Yep. I could see why. No, Macy's only does one store closure list a year, so no, no more Macy's are closing this year unless there's some leasing agreement that gets void. But I can't see that happening this year. Whatever Macy's stores were announced right after the new year, that's it for this year. You got to wait till next year. Ooh, oh, Mac. Okay, great. Yeah, nice. Yeah, they try to. I guess they're trying to do that because of the pandemic, and I get that. That's really nice of them, actually. I'm sure the staff's really nice at that one. Wow, wow. And I believe South Brunswick is a world class ShopRite, if I'm not mistaken, because I think it's in that. I think it's in that Middlesex County area. So I believe it has a typical kind of thing. I mean, a lot of them are the square things now, but when they were built in the early 2000s, the Sacred ShopRites, they would have like it would go up, it would go straight like this, and you'd have a triangle as the roof. It's pretty cool how they built the ShopRites. I'm not gonna lie, they're so much better than the ShopRites here. Not that's not dissing the ShopRites around here. They are do well. It's just the world class ShopRites have a lot more. The buildings, at least, and the architecture have a lot more character to them than say some of the ShopRites around here. That's not to say the ShopRites around here are just god awful, but they just have more character down there than up here. But still, even these ShopRites have some character on the inside at least, not the outside, but still, you know, you want to have character on the outside and the inside too. Oh yeah, yeah, that's definitely a world class ShopRite. A newer one too, like brand spanking new. That's the design they've been using. They have two world class ShopRites actually in Hamilton. One in Hamilton Square in New Jersey, and one at the Hamilton Marketplace. Wow, that's amazing though. 15, and now he's a manager. Good choice. And he's an essential worker, so I'm sure he probably got vaccinated. You don't have to avoid it necessarily. I wouldn't say you'd have to avoid it. One of my local ShopRites has ready to go hot foods like Whole Foods. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think that's in the Rego Center, I believe. Oh no, they closed that one. That's right. I don't even know where that other Kohl's store is there. Yeah, in some way. Uh-oh, Simon Property Group owns Daily Mall. I'm avoiding them. I've been to Simon Property Groups and they don't really have an issue. So yeah, Boscov's is ideal for Quaker Bridge. You're right about that because that's pretty close to the Pennsylvania border. The question comes down to, though, is it too close to Monmouth? Although one store per county, and Boscov's doesn't have a presence yet in Mercer County. So I could see where you're going with that. That might be something down the road. But Boscov's is slowly opening up stores. So I don't see them opening up stores again until things kind of calm down a little bit with the pandemic, of course. They just want to be careful, and that's all. That's a very smart move by a family owned department store chain. It would really be sad to see them go. Yes, the 95th anniversary of the Macy's parade. I like that a lot. Stop and Shop is a ripoff, personally, in my opinion. They should, but I think they have a limit of where they want to go. It would be nice if they expanded to Morris County, but I like the world class shop rights, of course. It depends. I think they might just keep the one in New York for now, but it depends. Yep, and the Aberdeen one has a 330A. Possibly because they're a Pennsylvania-based department store. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, they did that with the whole when A&P and Pathmark stores were being converted to Acme. They just rehired everybody else for the Acme. Yeah, Acme picked up a lot of stores, although they've been correcting the amount of stores that they have. They still have a presence up here, but that's thanks to A&P and Pathmark going under. I'm not surprised, honestly, that they were able to pick up as many stores as they did. And they actually rehired a lot of the workers, which is great. So they didn't have to worry about losing their job, which I think is nice. But some of the stores sadly did close. Oh yeah, no doubt. ShopRite is definitely more family owned. Yep. So does Lawrenceville and the two in Hamilton, I believe. The one in the Hamilton Square and the ShopRite at the Hamilton Marketplace, which is a large shopping mall. It's basically a big mecca mall, and there's a bunch of sit down restaurants. Even there's a Ruby Tuesday, believe it or not. But I think the Ruby Tuesday closed, if I'm not mistaken, which I know Ruby Tuesday right now is not doing too well. Let's just say. Oh, yeah, there we go. Most of them are basically closed. I wonder when it closed. Oh, recently. Yeah, Ruby Tuesday is another one of those chains. It's unfortunate, but we saw the oncoming. It's kind of like Cheeseburger in Paradise. They're basically at the end of their life, unfortunately. But yeah, that's basically it with A&P and Acme. Excuse me, guys. Just oh, ooh, Elevators of Steel City by Otis Elevator Fan 102. You're about to hate this, but the Chick-fil-A at the Ross Park Mall is closing at the end of this month, unfortunately. Yeah, I think Ruby Tuesday's essentially done, as much as I hate to say that. Yeah, I mean, I get it with Chick-fil-A. Yeah, every time I try to go to Chick-fil-A, there's always a line through the drive-through. It's terrible, actually. Wow. Here's another one. Yesterday, Amazon unseats Walmart to become the number one apparel retailer in the United States. I mean, I'm not surprised with more people shopping at home, and Walmart had to block off their stores, I believe, when COVID was really bad. Watch keeps going off for some reason, which I don't know why. Thoughts on Applebee's? Um, I mean, I haven't been there in a while. They're an okay chain, I guess. I guess they're doing well now. Yeah, it's just the lines can be long. That's not to say it's not a great place. It's just the lines are ridiculous. They're a lot. Excuse me. But I know Chick-fil-A is in some really profitable malls. Although Ross Park Mall surprises me. Maybe that was a leasing agreement that was terminated. So, I was just looking at something interesting, really interesting when I just saw like SpongeBob. Oh, that makes sense. That's probably why they're closing it though. Yeah, they're probably gonna pull out of Woodbridge Center then. Yeah, the Menlo has the Nordstrom going for it, and now especially with Freehold gone, I think that Nordstrom is here to stay for now at least. One mall I've always wanted to go to is Cherry Hill. It's a beautiful mall. I've never been there personally. I've never been to Cherry Hill. The furthest south of a mall I've been is Hamilton, and that's because I had relatives down there, so I was able to make it work. But Cherry Hill is definitely one of those places I want to get to. Absolutely, I definitely Morristown not so much, but definitely Cherry Hill. I want to see the Gold Schindler and the Nordstrom down the road, of course. No need to race there now. Monmouth is another mall I definitely want to see too, but it's not to say that it's impossible to get there by a train, but unless something major is closing there, I don't want to just make the trip down there. Just I don't know. That's just the way I feel. Yeah, I know. I know who one of them was. Yeah, I mean, I've read their code of conduct, and that must have been a long time ago because if I go on Cherry Hill Mall's website, code of conduct, it says nothing about photography whatsoever. So I think Pennsylvania Real Estate Investment Trust is cleaning up their thing on that, at least for Cherry Hill Mall. By the way, who were those two users that got busted? I think I know one of them. One of them filmed the glass elevator and got busted. I don't know who the second user was. Yeah, nothing about filming. Nothing about filming at all. I think Chick-fil-A got rid of Paramus Park, I believe, but I could be wrong. Oh no, still kept it. Yeah, I know about DEA 41396 returns. That one I know about. Adam Patterson. I know about him. Oh man, I just dropped it again. I've got to be more careful with that. Oh yeah, he films down there, I think. He actually got busted. He didn't catch it on video though, I don't think. Hmm. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, where are you going to film this weekend? Yeah, Macy's doesn't really care. Yeah, but they didn't catch it on camera. They do have a lot of security around there, though. That is the one thing, unfortunately, with that mall, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, I really do want to go there. Hmm. But I get why they have to do it. I'm just what's this something? Hmm. I mean, I think I could go in with my phone. Honestly, I could get away with it because he was using a camera. That's why. I've been trying to get smart about that with malls and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love using my camera, but I like to try and save it for selected places. So that's something I may have to. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. And the mall changed their code of conduct. It's not like if they say something, I'm like, what's it called? I didn't know your. I said I read your rules, and it. I mean, it doesn't say anything about photography. It says nothing about filming in the mall. So I think at the time he was filming it, they must have not changed. They changed it before because it says nothing about photography at all. Like it doesn't even say anything about photography. I know Westfield doesn't care about photography as long as you don't film anyone or disturb anyone. Yeah, the curfew policy I get. I get why they have to do that because they were having lots of trouble with kids in the mall. Yeah, no, I get the curfew policy. I respect, and yeah, kids need to, they need to learn the hard way, unfortunately, because kids can really. I mean, it's nothing against kids, but it's the teenagers that go there and do stupid crap. I get why they have to have a curfew. They don't want kids screwing around while people are actually trying to shop. Atlantic City for a vaccine? Wow. Oh, that's great to hear. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm trying to get my vaccine. It's just, difficult. Hopefully by April. I'm hoping next month. I'm really hoping next month, possibly May. But it kind of sucks. Excuse me. It kind of sucks that I still can't get it. But I'm working on it though. That's for sure. So I would imagine fine. Arcades have been allowed to be open in New Jersey for several months now. Okay, perfect. All right, great. Yeah, I don't think they're in the store. I think they're just using the parking lot, which is interesting, but I get why they have to do that. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, so probably that's probably it, pretty much. Um, no, I don't think I don't think. Sorry, I was going through some of my stuff just to double check things. Yeah. Oh wait. There's a Dave and Buster's in Blackwood. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of shoot, the Gullister Premium Outlets that was opened by Simon Property Group. I always forget that they're down there. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to that area near Philadelphia. I really need to start paying attention to that area in New Jersey a lot more. Yeah, yeah, that's basically it. So, okay, so let me actually go ahead and do this real quick. I just have to do something really quick, guys, because I just got the green light to actually go ahead and put something on. School related. I'm just going to do this real quick. I know I know, Chris, in the middle of live stream, you're doing stuff for. I know. Trust me. But I always like to keep an eye on emails and stuff, especially during spring break, because you can always forget, and I certainly wouldn't want that. So I just want to make sure that everything is on there, and that I'm all good to go. I just got to find that file. Excellent. All right. Excellent. Great. So now I'm in good shape with that. That's basically done. Now I just got to, yeah. Only project too for the class anyway, by the way. Oh, wow. Oh, hi Diesel Lucy. How are you? Yes, yes, but a socially distanced Easter bunny. Well, I'm sure they're going to do, if Westfield is signing something with 7-Eleven, we know that the Westfield Garden State Plaza 7-Eleven is not too far away. Probably Plymouth Meeting. Morristown Mall's declining, and it's close to Cherry Hill. No. That's going to be office space at the Lord and Taylor King of Prussia. How is Hamilton Mall and Mays Landing doing? I heard they lost 2 anchors. They have a small part on the lower level of JCPenney. That's a store now. So I think it's doing okay. It's not great. It could be better. Could be worse. But Hamilton Mall, considering it's the only enclosed mall in Atlantic County, it's probably doing okay for now. And it still is an H&M and Forever 21. They haven't given up on that area yet, which is a good thing. And they still have a Macy's. So it's kind of on shaky ground, but it's doing okay for now, of course. You mean PTL Buttons? Yeah, that's nothing new for New Jersey. Westinghouse more so than a Montgomery Kone. Willow Grove. Plymouth Meeting doesn't have a Bloomingdale's. If a mall is a Bloomingdale's, it's definitely a better performing mall. So yeah, Willow Grove takes the cake on that one. Anyways, no, Atlantic City's declining. That is true. You are right about that, but I'm hoping they'll get to stay on too. Yeah, they do. It's the last one in Jersey City. Yes, Toys R Us is coming back, but we don't know what their plans are yet. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, cool. Ugh. But anyways, well, that's a no-brainer. Roosevelt Field has more stores and is a lot bigger. Correct. Nobody would go to White Plains for toys if you lived in New Jersey. Did you take your midterms? I had a mix, but I had to actually I was working on a project. It's due in a couple of weeks, but I get so busy with school and I just said, you know what? I have all this time on my hands and I'd rather, let it what's it called? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing. Well, like I said, as more people get vaccinated against COVID, you're going to see a lot of restrictions being eased. Obviously, not too quickly, but you're going to start to see it as more people get vaccinated. So, but the key is the vaccine, and I'm definitely getting it. So, and I, I'm not going to say you guys should get it. I strongly advise that you get it. But again, it is your choice, but I'm strongly recommending that you do get the vaccine because it is important that we're all vaccinated. I'm not going to say yes or no, but I strongly suggest it. It's a suggestion. Again, I'm not going to be here. I don't want to use the live stream to lecture to get the vaccine or not. But I do strongly suggest that you guys get the vaccine because it is key to getting our economy back opened again. Oh, great. I'm glad to hear. Yeah. I'm hoping the job market will pick up as more people get vaccinated. And eventually I'll have to look for something down the road. But right now, the job market's not too great. So, but anyways. Oh, I get it. Yeah, definitely better tractions. Sketchy areas, I can name some of them. Patterson, Passaic, Newark, and the worst of them all, Camden. Yeah, Camden is an absolute. I mean, it is the worst city in New Jersey. Like Camden, it's bad. It's really bad in Camden. In Camden. Well, nothing's confirmed yet. Nothing's confirmed yet, but it's only a matter of time before they make an announcement. Of course, you know. It's, unfortunately, it is the sad truth about Sears and Kmart, and we all know what the game plan is for that. Look, I have gone over it so many times that I'd rather not waste time going over it. But Kind of, but there's some nice areas of Hackensack. Camden is one of the worst cities, and it's the worst city and town in New Jersey. Just there's no other way to say it. It's a horrible area of New Jersey. Nothing at this point. There, SB360 Capital Partners is already liquidating some stores, and soon enough we'll be hearing about the next round, I believe. I would say with the way things are going, we're going to see one round in May, one round in July, and then I would say one round in October. I think that's going to be it. I mean, again, it could also be accelerated up, and they could even divide it even further. I could be totally wrong, but it's a day by day process, and we'll just have to wait and see. Really, I mean, there's no other way to. What's it called? Yeah, no, I think we're looking at a round in May, one round in August, and then another round in November because they need 3 months to do it. So, but yeah, Lord and Taylor week is done. That ended in February. That's been done for a while now. Camden is a lot worse than Hempstead. Hempstead's pretty bad too. Don't get me wrong, but Hempstead's in a much better area than Camden. Camden is just an awful place. Like that, like it makes Hempstead look like Ridgewood or I don't know, Manhasset. Don't get me wrong, Hempstead is still a very bad area of Long Island. It's a very dangerous area of Long Island. But Camden is a lot worse than that. A lot worse than that. Plus, Camden is not near New York City. Hempstead is. That's the difference. But yes, it is. Okay, you too, Fantech0104. Thanks again for joining. But yeah, Atlantic City isn't exactly the grand city. It's certainly not a Las Vegas, that's for sure. But it's not a great city either, unfortunately. Um, but anyways, so we'll go for another 7 minutes or so, and then I think we're going to call it a night with the live stream. Like I said, I'm pretty tired. I basically spent the whole day working on a project for school. I got to kind of do one more. I'm probably going to be spending most of the day tomorrow getting that done. So, just trying to get as much done now during spring break because it's hard when you're in school. I'm pretty good, Scorch. How are you? Unfortunately, I'm actually going to be ending the live stream right about here. So, anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and that is going to be it. See you guys hopefully either tomorrow, and if not, everyone have a great weekend. So, anyways, thank you.